Alright, bros, can we just talk about what literally just happened? Oh my god, dude, I'm sorry, I'm screaming. It's live, it's back. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls across the world, to another edition of a video on our channel. My channel, your channel, all our channel. Oh my. The WWE 2018 Royal Rumble and the weekend for wrestling just in general is, oh my, dude, it has been a great week for wrestling, and I can't even okay, I gotta say it right now, Shinsuke Nakamura winning the fucking Rumble. Fuck everyone, fuck Reigns, fuck the Samoan Isles. It didn't do anybody any good except for Samoa Joe, and that's damn fact. Fuck, dude, fuck me, dude, fuck yes, like, oh my god, like, that's all I wanted. And Asuka winning too. Japan took over WWE. Like, all it does is show Japan and New Japan, DDT, Noah, anybody that people in America, the WWE, the biggest company in the world for wrestling, is willing to put it all for these stars. Now, of course, they're not gonna get, they're not facing Brock. It's still a Royal Rumble, but that is one of the biggest things you can win. And this Royal Rumble felt super special. It really looked like the modern era. It looked like the driving point between my era and what I grew up in, which is around where, Trish was. I mean, in the later eras, not the Attitude Era. I was more part of the ruthless aggression era. And be like, oh, you're young. Well, newsflash, people born in 2000, which I wasn't, but still, are 18 now. So let's keep that in mind, or about to be 18 during the coming year. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't really saying anything, but you know what I mean, right? So, dude, Shinsuke Nakamura winning the Rumble is awesome. Now, of course, everybody could probably say it was predictable, but the difference was, in this Royal Rumble, the predictability factor was something that people wanted and actually worked and was good. In a long time, it's been a long time since I've actually watched a Rumble and the winner actually made me feel good. It made me feel like I was a part of something. It made me feel like this was something that this is how it was supposed to be. If that's basic bitch or not, if that's you're drone, whatever you want to say. I don't even care, because that was dead ass awesome. You had so many spots. You had the Kofi spot. Let's just go through them all. What I can remember. You had the Kofi spot with landing on Woods, but we also got to talk about number 7 himself. I think number 7, if that's correct. We had El Idol. Oh my god, Andrade and Almas there with Selena Vega, bro. That was fucking crazy. And then you had also Adam Cole. Who else we had? Hurricane. It's a hurricane coming through. What the fuck, dude? That was awesome. Surprised or not, that was fucking dope. And I don't know how long this is gonna be. Hopefully not that long. I don't want to make it that long because I want people to actually watch it. But dude, that was insane. And then we had Nakamura, and we had Balor being number 2. We had comedy spots with Elias, and we had there was spots where you felt like there could have been other stars, but where you had like Aiden English, which is fine. I like Aiden. You also had spots where it was like Goldust, but Goldust is really cool, but it feels like Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil's like, what the fuck? But you know what I mean? It's not a big deal though, because at the end of the day, it really felt like this was a new era, because you had that last spot. Oh, and Rey Mysterio, bro. Rey Mysterio looked so fucking fit in this match, dude. He looked so fucking great. He looked like the best he's looked even since his last debut, and he had like his attire looked so updated and modern. It looked really well done, and it was really like just awesome, dude. I can't express how awesome this Royal Rumble is probably in my top 5 Royal Rumbles all time. And I'm speaking of that in the sense of the modern era. Now, I feel like people will also put it in that spotlight, or at least the top 10 of anybody's list, just by waiting a few years, and because people have a hard time looking at it in the future. But this for me at least is top 5. It might even be my favorite. I mean, probably not my favorite. It'd probably be like my top 3. It really was that good, especially because I have a bias. Obviously, I want Nakamura to win. Now, we had a cool ass segment at the very end of the match where you have like your final 4, the final 6: Finn Balor, Roman Reigns, Shinsuke Nakamura, John Cena, Rey Mysterio, and Randy Orton. You had the old era, ruthless aggression era, versus, even though Rey's older than that, but you know what I mean, versus the new era, Finn Balor, Reigns, and Nakamura. Now, of course, Nakamura's pretty old, and Balor's not too young either, but still, dude. And it actually made me get behind Reigns a little bit, because it was like, dude, this is awesome. Because I mean, I guess it feels it's an entitled bias because you're like, oh shit, well, of course you're gonna be happy about Reigns because now it's like at least someone else is getting the spotlight. But that's the point, dude, because when Reigns wins, it's annoying because it's so constant. If you let other talent strive, it doesn't knock Reigns. It doesn't, and it just proved it. And whoever's in charge of this Royal Rumble, this really felt like Stephanie and Triple H's Royal Rumble. This is what that felt like, and it was awesome. It was great, and I'm happy where the new era is going. And the way they're doing the deals, the way they're really finding talent, this is what's going to get them that deal with Fox. And I'm hoping, and we can get to that in a bit right now for the Women's Royal Rumble, where Ronda Rousey didn't debut in the Rumble, but after the Rumble, many people can argue that it was like, oh, it took the spotlight away from Asuka. Either way you want to look at it, there's no problem, because right now, if you really look at the Fox deal, with her having a long-term deal, that's a really big key factor in that deal, and them getting that, you know, Channel 4 primetime slot is what I'm guessing is going to happen through that slot if they, you know, build that contract and actually pull through with it if Fox agrees and everything. You know how deals work, so it's like through that. But anyways, Ronda Rousey coming in with, I forget the song actually, but you know, with the Roddy Piper theme, she looked like such a fan there, but I didn't even mind. And you also had people like Ariel Helwani commenting on it, MMA, you know, reporter and stuff, and you had Dave Meltzer, you know, going over it, Brian Alvarez, all those guys, and it was like, really, God, this is so cool. And when SportsCenter tweeted about it, you saw it was like an insane amount of likes. You had Nakamura when he won, saying, oh, it was really reassuring. And of course, it's like a very specific word that he could have used, but that really made me feel like, oh, this is exactly what the point of the Rumble is. Like, Reigns and Brock were booked, fine, I get it, dude, they were slotted. But because that went on for so long, and that hatred that was kind of induced because of the fans inside of that storyline, it just is like, give us a break. And that Nakamura's best promo since he's come to WWE, sorry to say it, but when he said AJ Styles, literally just saying the name, that was just awesome. And him just went, it just felt good, and it felt like this makes sense. And Finn Balor also going number 2. I think he lasted like 58 minutes and 30 something seconds, whatever he posted on Twitter, he posted it, the amount of minutes and seconds if you want to see. I'm going to assume that's probably one of the longest times in Royal Rumble history, I'm going to guess. I mean, you have Rey Mysterio being at number 1, of course. You can't knock that. But just, it was kind of funny because when they went 3-3, you kind of expected Rey Mysterio to go against Balor, but besides the point, I mean, Rey started punching Reigns, and it was like, it was great though, dude. It just felt like the new era was here, and it was awesome. Seeing Hurricane, obviously, I'm biased against that too because I really like that. Bray Wyatt eliminating Matt Hardy and himself, I don't really give a fuck. But Andrade showed a really cool. I had friends that don't really watch wrestling that was watching it, and when they saw Andrade do cool shit, it was like, dude, yes, finally another Latino star that can actually, you know, be something big. And he's super young, dude. And then he tweeted also that was 2 of his dreams, being a main event NXT, I'm guessing, having an amazing match, also you know, killer match of the year candidate, and also being able to debut in the Royal Rumble. He also had Adam Cole. He didn't show too much, but again, he was really injured. I felt like Andrade had more reason to be here because he wasn't as injured. Also, it was weird seeing Ember Moon in the Women's Royal Rumble. We can go through that. We had Kelly. We had Tori Wilson, we had Trish Stratus. Now, Trish Stratus showed up at the number 30 spot. Everybody was expecting Ronda Rousey. Everybody was like, holy shit, is Ronda Rousey really going to debut here? They were all hyped for it, but the only way to really save that segment without making people feel bad was to have someone like Trish Stratus. And Trish Stratus can still go, dude. I mean, it's awesome because just the idea. And you can say all the wrestlers, like everybody, you know, let's just be on the ball with it. Everybody's saying that the women of the old era is like, oh, so much like prettier. They have that, you know, because that was the old era, the diva era, making them look like, you know, models rather than, you know, wrestlers. But issue is you have someone like Trish who does look like a model, but who also can go. And you had Jacqueline. Jacqueline looked like a better wrestler than some of the, you know, the other ones. No shot to them, but I mean, it's still, I mean, that's just like the whole idea of the old era. And Molly Holly, it was just all around great. You had Vicky Guerrero making a return. That was awesome. Again, my generation of growing up with that, again, was like a hit to my mark. So this whole Triple H Stephanie era and the way they're moving and the way the years have progressed, this just felt like finally yes. And I can sum it up this way. If people start saying, oh, well, it wasn't like they were random people, bro, let me put it this way. Andrade Cien Almas, let's just mention him, right? If you saw someone from the old era that was like that was gonna become a star, like what was that dude when CM Punk was with the NXT guys, and that Jack dude was with, I don't even know his name, dude. When he came out, they look like, oh, he's a really jacked dude, but he doesn't look like a star. There's a difference. People always talking shit about Balor, bro. When they had that thing where they were zooming in front of people's faces and going side by side at each person, I think it was like the beginning before the show. When you saw Balor pop up, or I'm gonna be honest, even Reigns pop up, it was like, damn, I got caught automatically, because it was like, those are the people that look like unique superstars. Like no offense, let's just say it, people like Aiden, they look kind of like unique, right? That's a guy who could be on the roster, but he doesn't look like a star. There's a difference in how that looks. You gotta be honest with yourself. You have guys like Sheamus, who does look like a star, who does have a unique look. Guys like that, you know what I'm saying? Also in the show, we had a bunch of pre-show stuff that didn't really matter. I mean, okay, Revival wins, get their wins back to the DX segment. Boring Mojo showing up, fuck that. Also, I just remember, speaking of retarded boringness, sorry for saying retarded, I'm sorry if that offended people. I don't care, because it's not an offensive word if you're not being a little offended. Okay, but obviously, but number 30 for the men's Royal Rumble. Speaking of not a way to not save it like Trish did, something that the men's Royal Rumble can learn from the women's Royal Rumble. Dolph Ziggler, bro, why the fuck were you there? It killed. No, like it killed the crowd a little bit, like not like killed the match because people were hyped because, you know, we had Balor, Nakamura, we had all, like, we had actually good wrestlers in the ring, like John and them. Yeah, I'm talking shit. But Dolph just, like, no one cared. I felt bad, but it was like, thank the Lord you weren't winning. And I really liked how we had Nakamura versus Reigns. Again, one of my friends who was in the room with me when we were watching it, he saw Reigns and Nakamura. He's like, after that happened, he was like, damn, you know, I really want to see a match between them because that's actually cool. And keep in mind, that was him saying, I want to see a match with Reigns at the end of the day. And that's because the dynamic, it was a different thing. We saw SmackDown stars versus Raw stars. Again, like, oh, once every year, but it happens like every fucking other pay-per-view. Either way, of course, in the Big Four. And in the mixed match challenge, but besides the point, dude. One thing I will note on that I didn't like was Kyrie getting eliminated by Dana Brooke. What the fuck was that, dude? We also had the tag matches. I think the Bar retained, or the Bar got the titles back. They won them back. So I'm guessing we're gonna see the dissension between Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins, which is awesome. Seth Rollins was in. Seth Rollins came in the Royal Rumble. He had like these fire pants. Pretty cool match, or a pretty cool time he had in it. Thing was, he got eliminated by Reigns and then he started smiling. So I think, you know, Rollins is definitely a babyface. So if they ever do a heel turn between any members of the Shield, like if any one of them are gonna do it, it's gonna be Dean Ambrose. I'm pretty sure. They're not gonna do Reigns. But anyways, I'm very happy they did this. I'm like intensely elated by the outcome. You had everybody get their chance. You had new stars. Also, Ember Moon showing up. She pulled off effort. I thought her showing up was a little weird too, similar to Adam Cole's weirdness because they look so injured, especially Adam Cole. But also Adam Cole looked pretty small. But that's the thing though. People saying like, oh, these guys like Finn Balor look small. The thing is, guys like Adam Cole, their face, like no weird shit, dude. They look like like that's a face you see and you're like, are you someone famous? Like that kind of thing. It's like someone that draws your eye. That's a superstar. That's the it factor, you know? Not just looking good, but it's not just about looking good. It's about having that mystique. When you see someone like Reigns, you kind of stop and go, who's that? And then when you see them working in a match and you say, dang, that's like, it grabs you. That's the it factor. Not just that. You can go, I can make a video on that if I want to, but one thing that was missing is also the iconic duo, but I think they should debut together and not singly. So I think that was probably for the best, and they can debut once they're both in the main roster on the Royal Rumble. So I'm not gonna make too big a deal about it. What else can we go through? I don't think there was anything much else that was I mean, there were probably some things I'm forgetting about. Of course, Stephanie on commentary was a little weird. She's not that good, but I'm not gonna hate on it because at the end of the day, she hasn't really done commentary before. So, or maybe she has, but maybe she was like a guest or something. She wasn't like a commentator. But I'm happy she was there. I guess now they really try to make good with the fans because it's making me be like, you know what? I don't really care if you're doing at least some of this dumb shit, because having Nox win, having Asuka win, that is really good. And now it's interesting because also, I guess I'll end it here with Ronda Rousey, the speculation of what she's going to be doing, if she's going to have a match with a partner versus Triple H and Ronda. I saw that in like Brian Allers' tweet. I don't know about that. I think it was really interesting. Of course, she shakes hands with Stephanie. There might be something there. Really interesting how she looked at Asuka specifically, but yeah, Asuka's going to face one of the champions. I feel like she was trying to say, even if she smiled and fucked up a little bit, I think she was trying to say, I'm here and I'm a big star, so watch out, basically at that point. But I don't know, who knows, we'll have to see. And this makes me want to watch Raw, 100% want to watch Raw. This is without a doubt, Raw is a can't miss show. And SmackDown, definitely actually more so SmackDown. Actually, I want to go to Raw to see the women's division, and I want to go to SmackDown to see the men's division, at least in the upper card. You know, AJ Styles. I want to see AJ Styles and Nakamura. I want to see Nakamura, you know, say something, have a celebration of sorts. When Nakamura did the come on to Roman Reigns, I was like, dude, that's fucking cool. Like, and I had a friend that didn't watch wrestling. He sees Nakamura and he's like, dude, that guy looks legit cool. Like, people talk shit, but he looks legit cool, like a Reigns. like a Balor. Balor's small, doesn't have the height or the bigness, but that's the point of his gimmick. I swear, if Fale was in WWE and he was on, if Balor was on Fale's shoulders, you would get it. Now, also, we had other stuff in the week. We had Suzuki win the Intercontinental Championship. We had the turn with Kenny from Cody. We had Kota and Kenny coming back together, bro. That was awesome. Either way, I'm gonna end the video here. There's just so many things to talk about. I'm very happy about the outcome. I can give a better review if you want, or maybe later talk about it, but that was an awesome Royal Rumble. I'm gonna say top 3 of my at least top 5 for right now before I can really think about it, of my favorite Rumbles of all time. And within the last decade, or within the last like couple years, I don't want to say decade to be sure, but that was my favorite Rumble within the last 5 years at least. It was awesome, so much talent. Enough comedy spots to not be overdrawn. The ending was a little overdrawn with Nakamura and Reigns, but I felt like that was fine. They kind of copied the same thing with Asuka and Nikki, but you know, oh yeah, and Brie mode coming in, that was cool. Dude, like all of it was awesome, and I'm kind of marking out. So I'm gonna end that there, hopefully get under 60 minutes, but that's the end of the video, and I'll see y'all in the next video. So yeah, shitty outro again, of course, but we're under 16, so goodbye.